Hey guys, I'm Manya and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I created this look right here using all drugstore products, especially my drugstore favorites. I used only drugstore products in this video. Every time, literally, you guys just ask for a drugstore makeup tutorial. Although I think I've done one before, like bilkul starting of my channel mein. But this time I thought, us time I did a very simple look. This time I thought I'll do a much more glam look. So this is what I came up with, full face of drugstore makeup. So if you want to know how I created this using only drugstore products, then please continue watching. Just to clarify here, drugstore here means products which are comparatively affordable, like not really available at the drugstore, not that literal meaning, but products that are available, that are comparatively affordable, not very expensive. So those are the kind of products and those are the range of products that I've used here. And yeah, all the products that I've used will be linked down in the description box in case you guys would want to check it out. And yeah, continue watching. So I'm going to start by using a primer. This, I've already moisturized my face with my regular, I've done my morning skincare basically, and I'm going to start with my primer. This is the Nykaa Prep Me Up primer. This is one, so I usually use the Smashbox Photo Finish primer, but after that this is the one closest to the Smashbox one, which works as close to the Smashbox one, minimizes the pores, smoothens the skin texture, has a very silicone texture and works very well on the skin. So this is the one I like using. I actually basically use just like for pore minimizing, these are the two primers that I always use, either the Nykaa one or the Smashbox one. I never used to apply primer. I think I've talked about this earlier on my channel as well. I always used to skip it, but over the years I've realized how important it is and what difference primer makes to the final look. So don't skip it. Alright, moving on, I'm going to start by concealing first, and for my concealer I will use the usual LA Girl Pro Conceal, like drugstore or not. This is one of my favorite concealers. This is in the shade Pure Beige. I use a shade darker to conceal the darker areas of my face, such as my under eyes and the area around my mouth. Now I'm going to use this beauty blender. This is either from Drugstore company, it's on Amazon, the Drugstore company, or it's Pack. I'm confused because both of them are black, but both of them are really great beauty blenders. I will definitely link to all the products that I'm using and my blender as well. Everything that I use in the video, always I link everything in the description box, so make sure you check out the description box of my videos. These products will also be linked down in case you want to shop. And yeah, I'm just gonna blend everything. It's been so long since I did like a tutorial. I'm not very sure last kab kya tha, but I really enjoy doing this. Like I did a tutorial simple makeup, but like a full look, I think for the first time in a long time. मतलब काफी टाइम से नहीं किया. The best part about this concealer is it gives coverage, at the same time it looks very skin-like. So perfect for your regular days as well. Make sure you're dabbing the beauty sponge and not dragging the product, because if you start dragging, you will achieve lesser coverage, which is something we don't want. Now moving on, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is one of my favorite drugstore. So all the products that I will be using today in the video are my drugstore favorites, somewhat my drugstore favorites. These are the products that I like using when I use drugstore products, and these are the only products that I use and that work for me. ये शेड मुझे लग रहा है लाइट हो गया बिकॉज मैं somehow पता नहीं मैं टैन हो गई हूँ एंड ये शेड मेरे लिए लाइट हो गया है बट we're gonna work with it anyway. Alright, moving on, I'm gonna use a lighter shade of my same Illegal Pro Conceal. This is in the shade Creamy Beige. I will be using this to brighten up the high points of my face. Just a little bit under my eyes. On the bridge of my nose. A little bit on my forehead, cupid's bow and chin. Just a very little amount of concealer, and then I'll blend it with my beauty blender. Now moving on to my contour, I will be using the same LA Girl Pro Conceal, but this time in the shade Fawn. I have been loving this particular product for my contour, especially during summers. I like using more cream, even like in winters. Generally, I like using cream products more because I just like how they sit on my face and my skin, and how they look on me. So I've been loving this particular one lately a lot. And honestly speaking, I don't think other than this I have any other Drugstore contour or bronzer. I don't bronze when I use this contour because this is a very dark shade and ये बहुत होता है. If I apply too much, I end up looking a lot yellow. So I don't do that. I don't apply a lot of this product. I just keep it thoda thoda. Moving on, I'm just gonna go ahead and powder my face. I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me. If you've been an old subscriber, you know how much I loved this product earlier. But it's been, I think, around 6 months since I used this product because it just stopped working out for me. It used to dry me out and stuff. So I am using it after a long time today. Let's see how this performs. Before powdering the base, make sure you are getting rid of all the creases on your face and make sure that all the cream products are blended really well before we move on to powdering the face. Almost have forgotten how this powder works and how this looked on me, but I think we'll know soon. Now this powder has a little bit of tint to it. That means it does provide some amount of coverage. So as you can see, the powder is pretty mattifying and एकदम से mattify करता है. So if you're an oily skin type, definitely I would recommend this powder to you. But if you're a very dry skin type like me, you will have to you can't directly use this. You will have to make adjustments. For example, what I do is I apply this and then I spritz a lot of setting spray on my face immediately so that everything just melts down and looks like one ekdam se. So that's how I use this powder. That too just because I have to finish it now. But it does a great job in setting your makeup. The whole layer makeup stays as is. It does not move at all. So अगर आपकी skin ज़रा सी भी dry है तो चलेगा. But if it's like very dry Sahara Desert जैसे मेरी है, it might or might not work. I've seen people जिनकी skin बहुत ज़्यादा dry है but उनके लिए this works. But this does not really work. Sorry. This does not really work very well for me. That's how I personally think. But also, having said that, this is the only drugstore setting powder that I like. I mean, I can work with. So that is why I have this in my video today. I just sprayed a lot of setting spray on my face, as I said. For setting spray, I did not use anything drugstore. I used the MAC Fix Plus only. उसके लिए मेरे पास कोई alternative नहीं है. I'm so sorry. Now moving on to brows, I'm using the Nykaa brow pencil. This is in the shade Coven Cocoa. Again, if you're like an old subscriber, you know I always used to use this. This is like the first brow product I owned back when I started doing my makeup, like personally also. I have really been taking my time these days when I do my makeup, and that is the reason why I haven't been uploading any tutorials these days, because like major bade tutorials, I know I have done like basic looks lately, but like major looks as in proper makeup looks, glam looks, because when I do my makeup, I like take my time, बहुत आराम से. I enjoy doing it. I like the process. I put on some music and I just बहुत आराम से, in my that is like me time of the day. There are days when I do my makeup and I just sit at home. I don't shoot or anything. So आजकल मेरा वो वाला phase चल रहा है when I just want to do makeup for myself and just to make myself happy. Or I end up not shooting, which I regret बाद में कि यार मेकअप भी किया था, मैं शूट कर सकती थी, and मेकअप कर ही रही थी तब भी शूट कर सकती थी. I know I regret it afterwards, but I don't know, I have been in my own zone these days, which is fine. I promised myself in April that I will be uploading every Sunday, and if I do it for like 1 quarter, that is 4 months, then I will gift myself with a lot of makeup. For 3 months straight, I did not, sorry for that, for 3 months straight I did not buy any makeup. Ab 1st August is my birthday, and now I have purchased a lot of makeup because it's been almost like 4 months since I've been uploading every Sunday, and I've been very consistent. And since May, June, July, and now August. I treated myself thoda pehle, but I think I deserve that because this April se leke, in fact abhi tak, July tak, times have been tough for me, and only I know how I've been shooting, but I don't wanna mention all of that here. This is something I like doing, and doing my makeup is something I love doing, and talking to no one like the camera is something that I enjoy doing. So I'm not gonna like brag or say things like, oh, I've been very sad these days and all of that. That's just part of life, and everyone goes through that at some point or the other in life. So that's okay. But I just wanted to say that I am very happy that I'm finally, making tutorials and stuff. This is making me happy now. Because इससे पहले मैं मेकअप सिर्फ अपने लिए कर रही थी. Since the past 1 month, I don't think I uploaded a proper tutorial or a makeup related video. But I'm happy that I'm doing it today, so I'm sharing it with you guys. I actually really like how my brows look today. I almost forgot. Yeah, I almost forgot how this brow product works. But it's a great pencil. You can check it out if you are into brow pencils. Now coming to the main problem, the main issue that I have faced all my life जब से मैं makeup कर रही हूँ, is eyeshadow. Drugstore eyeshadow is something I struggle with. Literally these eyeshadow palettes I ordered at once last time Nykaa Pink Friday sale. If you I did a haul also. If you have missed it, I will put it here somewhere and you can check that haul out. I ordered 4-5 drugstore palettes just to test out how drugstore eyeshadows are. But nothing beats the quality of a good high-end eyeshadow. The pigment, the shimmers, the formula, the butteriness of the shadow, and the way it blends, everything. I did not come across any drugstore eyeshadow palette yet. I haven't come across any drugstore eyeshadow palette yet जिसमें सब कुछ है, and which is like equal to like a good high end. जो products मैंने इससे पहले use करे, these are the products that I can actually use and recommend. But I don't think I'll be able to recommend any drugstore palette. But since it's like a drugstore makeup video, I will definitely use only drugstore products. You can see how these products, how these eyeshadow palettes look on me, and then take a call if you guys want to buy. But like I'm not saying these palettes are bad. Some palettes have really good pigment, but how they blend is not good. They're very patchy and they also have a lot of fallout. Some palettes are good, creamy and buttery, but they don't have pigment. So ऐसा है. Every palette has their own pros and cons. But a perfect drugstore eyeshadow palette, this is like the perfect, this has everything, this is worth the money and everything. That is something which I have not come across yet, but I will definitely keep searching. But since it's like a drugstore video, so I will be using drugstore palettes only, and we'll see what we can create with these. Now again, if you remember, this is the first ever eyeshadow palette I purchased. This is the Makeup Revolution Pro HD Amplified 35 palette. I used to use this all the time in my like shuru ke tutorials because this was one drugstore palette जो मेरे को थोड़ी सही लगती थी. ये भी use करे मुझे बहुत time हो गया, so I think I will start my makeup with this today, and I will just be using this one. This is the Makeup Revolution Pro HD, and this one, this is the Nykaa Just Wink It eyeshadow palette in the shade Peach Sorbet, and I will also be using this one. This is the Nykaa Eyes on Me 10-in-1 eyeshadow palette. So these are the 3 eyeshadow palettes with which I will be playing aaj, and let's see what we can create. Again, the links to everything that I use will be in the description box, so don't forget to check that out. And yeah, let's dive into the eye makeup and let's see what we can create. Alright, I'm going to start by applying this shade right here as my transition shade. And you can see these shadows have a lot of fallout. I don't know if you can see in the pan around the shade that I used. There's a lot of fallout. Anyways, I have nothing in mind as usual. I have no idea what I'm gonna do, which is sick because जब मैं ऐसे बैठती हूँ ना कि मुझे कुछ पता नहीं होता मेरे को क्या लुक क्रिएट करनी है, तो मैं सबसे बेसिक लुक क्रिएट करती हूँ हमेशा. And I always, मतलब basic in the sense I always use only neutrals, which now moving on, I think I'm gonna do something in the mauve side. So I'm gonna use this shade right here and start applying it. I think I think I'll do a halo eye. Yeah, I think I'll do a halo eye today. Let's do a halo. I'm just dabbing the color where I want it to be. Now, as you can see, this eyeshadow palette has pigment, and तभी मैं इसके पीछे हमेशा भागती थी starting में, because this does give out good pigment, but it's too chalky and blend भी easily हो जाता है. बस इसमें fallout बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो it's always better if you're using like darker shades like this, तो पहले eyes करो और बाद में base, because fallout बहुत ज़्यादा है. But anyways, मैंने ये चीज़ पहले नहीं सोची, तो now I'm gonna take a pencil brush and take the same shade and dip it into sorry for that, dip it into dark brown, but just touch it like बिल्कुल ऐसे इतना सा, and then apply it on my inner corner. So this is not something you should be doing. If you want your eyes to look bigger, तो inner corner पे dark shades मत लगाओ, but since I'm doing like a halo eye, तो halo में तो inner corner पे मेरे को dark करना ही पड़ेगा. And make sure it's blended and it's not patchy. With drugstore eyeshadows, you have to take your time because they're a little difficult to blend. It's literally an hour later. First, my camera card got full as usual, and then I got a call and I got busy, and yeah. So let's just quickly wrap up the eyes. Now I'm going to use the Nykaa Eyes on Me palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here, this one. I'm going to use my finger only for the shimmer shade because that's the best way to go about it. इस palette के shimmer shades are actually not that bad. They're good, but इस palette के matte shades does not have very good pigment. I'm contemplating as to should I try lashes or not, but I think I should, because this look is like pretty glam and it definitely requires. By the way, for those of you who don't know yet, I shoot in my room and मैं अपने AC और fan off करके shoot करती हूँ, and इसलिए मेरा makeup पिछले 1 घंटे से मैं ऐसे sweat हो गई हूँ ना पूरी. मत पूछो मुझसे. एंड तभी मेरे बाल ऐसे फ्रिजी हो जाते हैं 1 मिनट में. बहुत परेशान हूँ अपने बालों से. Alright guys, so I did my eyelashes off camera. Talking about the mascaras. Yeah, so talking about the drugstore mascaras that I love, I always, be it drugstore or be it like anything, these are my 2 mascaras that I only use basically. Now, this is the combination that I love. This is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Polychronic Mascara. This is also a drugstore one, and this is the Forever 52 one. This is also almost drugstore, comes in the middle. So yeah, these are both the mascaras that I love using. But today I have eyelashes, so I didn't really use a lot of mascara. But you can definitely see my previous videos where I've used both of them. They're just great mascaras, and इनका combination is deadly. मतलब ऊपर पहुँच जाएंगे lashes छत पे. And yeah, I completed the look of some lashes because obviously थोड़ा glam था. Now moving on to the rest of the face, and we shall quickly wrap it up. Moving on to blush. For blush, I've been loving, like Drugstore में तो सिर्फ K-beauty blushes are something I've been loving. So pigmented, easily blendable और इतनी wide shade range है, they're very great. So compact है, travel friendly है, great blushes. So I'm using K-beauty today, but in case you don't want to use K-beauty, you can also go for Colorbar. Colorbar also has some great blushes. This one has been my favorite since a long time now. इसकी हालत बता रही होगी आपको. ये Colorbar का cheeky illusion brush है. इसमें भी बहुत सारे shades हैं and K-beauty में भी है. So these are typically the two blushes I love using Drugstore में. So I'm using today K-beauty in the shade Dusty Rose. I will take it on my brush and start applying. Since eyes बहुत ज़्यादा तो नहीं मेरा ग्लैम है, तो मैं blush को थोड़ा सा subtly रखूँगी comparatively. Lastly, moving on to highlighter. There are two highlighters. One though is the Maybelline Master Chrome, the classic. Everyone uses this. Blinding highlighter है, literally blinding highlighter है. Love this to the core. And the second one is the Wet n Wild highlighting powder in the shade Precious Petals. Even this is a very very great highlighter. These two are my Drugstore favorites, like literally favorites. I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild one today because ये बहुत I think too gold हो जाएगा. This will be too gold for today's look. ये थोड़ा सा champagne shade है. So I think this will kind of go better. So I will be using this one today. Already मेरे तो glow हो रहा है क्योंकि sweat की वजह से. But लगता नहीं मेरे को highlighter की ज़रूरत है. Alright, we're finally done with the look. I used the Nykaa Bullet lipstick in the shade Vintage, and I think this looks really good. I am loving it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about it. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Every time I ask on my Instagram about what videos you guys want to watch, Drugstore makeup तो होता ही था हमेशा. So I really hope that you guys liked today's video. If you did, then don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Also let me know in the comment section if you would want to see more Drugstore tutorials or makeup tutorials in general, and I will be more than happy to do that. And I will see you next time. Bye.